Okay, wow, here we are. Great. So, hi everyone. Look at this. Oh, look what I found. So this is the first time I'm shooting in this circumstance, so we'll see how it goes. I have strawberries. They're from the market. Oh gosh, they're just flying all over the place. And they are beautiful and soft. And so I'm gonna make something that's great to make when you have strawberries that are looking really, really soft and beautiful and juicy. But you know, this is the way that strawberries taste the best. And sometimes they're not always the most beautiful, but they really, really taste great. So I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious Pavlova today. And we're gonna do it as a recipe for one, but you could also have this as like for two people, but this is like small portion. And yeah, welcome to my Brooklyn kitchen. This is what I found at the farmer's market. Okay, so actually this bowl is not for your strawberries, and some of the strawberries fell into it. So I'm gonna have to clean that, but I'll do it later. Or I'll do it now, actually. I'm gonna do it now. Pavlova you make with eggs, and you should normally use the freshest eggs you can find. And a very, very clean bowl. So I'm going to, this is a dessert that starts with a meringue, which is what we're gonna make very first because it has to go in the oven. So wipe your bowl with some acid. Some recipes call for white vinegar. I like using lemon juice, and especially if I'm gonna be doing something with fruit. So lemon juice like works really well. So I'm just gonna take this lemon and like wipe it all along the outside of this, the inside, not the outside, the inside of this bowl. And the outside could be interesting. You let me know how that works out. The inside of the bowl, and that's gonna remove any residual oils on the bowl that are going to make it hard for you to whip your egg whites. Okay, so we have our eggs. These are from the market. We are going to crack the yolks into this bowl. Thrilling. Okay. It's good to add a little bit of cream of tartar. If you don't have it, that's fine, but you should be able to find it. Just add like, I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon. That's probably not, I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon. It's good to weigh things. Tell me the weight of what yours is. Okay. So once you get it to be kind of foamy like this, that's when we're gonna add the sugar. So these save for later. You were not using those, okay? We're also gonna add the juice of 1/2 of this lemon. This might be a, just squeeze 1/2 the lemon, but not too much. You don't wanna add too much liquid. This is probably too much liquid. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're going to add a cup of sugar, but we're gonna add it in like 3 parts. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, sugar. Okay, there we go. That's our cup. It's a heaping cup of sugar. Lovely. You could use icing sugar as well, but that already has cornstarch mixed in, so then you want to leave out the cornstarch in the rest of the recipe. Spoiler alert. Here we go. The second installment. Here we go. Now I'm being more generous the second time. You can see the changing texture. It's getting a lot stickier. Whoa. It's getting a lot more marshmallowy. That's the sugar. So just keep going. You're doing great. You can do it. You can do it. And you probably have a hand mixer. I have a hand mixer, but this is my hand mixer. Ooh, and just before you're finished, you are going to add, which is right now for me, so the last installment of sugar is almost totally mixed in. And I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla, and I'm gonna add some cornstarch. So now I'm gonna add a tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay, this looks like it's holding up pretty well. The sugar's not completely, totally dissolved. I don't know if that's proper. I think it's probably not proper, but I like the consistency that I'm at, which is very close to stiff peaks. It's really like holding a sharp line and sharp edge. So we are going to put it on the tray. Just piling a pile high of this beautiful meringue that you just made. Oh! Okay, that is in the oven for 1 hour. Okay, that is in the oven for 1 hour, and while that does its thing and dries out, actually, you know, it's gonna be longer than an hour, so if you're like timing this recipe out, you're like making it for guests or something, it's probably gonna be more like 2 hours, 1 hour baking, and then another hour or so to let it cool off in the fridge. No, not in the fridge, to let it cool off in the oven. So make sure you plan for that. because, in case you were wondering, it needs to cool off really, really slowly so that it doesn't crack and collapse. It could also sweat. It can do a lot of weird things. So 1 hour baking, and then let it cool off until it's completely cool. So however long that takes for you. Meanwhile, out of your farmer's market berries, find the prettiest ones and set those aside. The rest of them we're going to macerate, which just means mix it with some sugar, and it's going to create this delicious syrup, and that's going to go in the center of our pavlova. Okay, this one, beautiful. This one, beautiful. This one, for maceration. See how it's red all the way through? That's a sign of a really good strawberry. Ooh, okay, it's been about an hour. So the top looks cracked, which is like slightly cracked, which is a good sign. And now I'm gonna turn off the heat and take a trusty wooden spoon, and you wanna slowly let the heat out. Okay, here's your lovely plate. My hand is just chopped off. Okay, that's fine. Oh! Everybody's favorite tool, mini offset spatula. Oh, I guess I can just stand way back here. Okay, so we're gonna loosen this from the parchment paper. And it is going to break. I mean, look, it's fine. Okay, perfect. And now, with a very delicate hand, slide it onto the plate, okay? And just put the pieces back from where they fell. No one will be able to see because, oops, okay, voila, beautiful circle of meringue. Delicious. Take your spoon and kind of break the inside here. Okay. Now, that's so all the syrupy goodness can go inside. Ooh. What? I'm not gonna eat. Okay. So I'm going to save the extra liquid for spooning over the top. So just try to scoop out your strawberries. So nice. Now our whipped cream. I would not cover up all the strawberries, but I'll just take it to the edge so you can still see that they're under there. Okay, now we take our beauties, and I like to keep the tops on. People can figure out, they know how to eat a strawberry, so. But you take your beauties and you dunk them in the syrup so they get nice and shiny and pretty. Okay, dunk them in the syrup. This one, actually, maybe not. There's your cross section. It's kind of hard to see with the cream and the marshmallowy interior. Marshmallowy interior. If you want to know what eating a cloud is like, this would be my guess. Mmm. Whoa. Mmm. Wow. There's more of the marshmallow meringue, and the sugar was dissolved enough. This is so good. The strawberries, I mean, everything is delicious, but the strawberries really make this really, really special. So next time you have some strawberries that are maybe looking like it's the end of their time, whip up a Pavlova. You can do it with your own arm.